Hello, everybody. This is my second attempt because I don't think there was audio for the last one. I didn't think we needed it. Apparently, we did. Anyway, how's it going, everybody? Welcome. We are continuing our MLK week stream. This is week 2 of the MLK week stream, so it's got more like MLK month right now. I'm here to get some video stuff done. Some stuff's about to go down this week. You'll see very soon, I'm sure, but there's going to be some stuff happening, and so I got to kind of get ready for it. Lots of things to get prepared, a lot of video stuff to do. So I'm coming in on my weekend and getting it done. So just wanted to say hello to everybody. I felt a little remiss that there wasn't I feel like there wasn't really a proper MLK stream, like just straight up Q&A. Actually, I think Sean did one during this week. So that was kind of cool, but I didn't do one. So I figured, well, you know what? I'll just take a minute, take a little break, and see what's up, and just kind of check in, say hello to everybody. I don't know if there's any viewers on this. I'm seeing nothing. So maybe that's that. Maybe no one's even viewing this, but if you are, welcome. Thought I'd have a little dialogue today. Anyway, I opened Discord up, so feel free if you want to just call in. Good to see you, Rocco. I hope you've been doing well. I'm enjoying the Mark Davis books as well. Got them for Christmas and reading them this week. Are you getting the Sideshow Baby Yoda? Okay, I was just talking to Sean about this. Oh, by the way, I have Discord open, so if anyone knows how to post a link or can do that, I don't know if anyone is up for that or knows the link, whatever. I don't have a keyboard right here, but if you can post the link, get in there and you can call in and talk. We'll talk whatever. What was that? Oh, yeah. Sideshow Baby Yoda. Okay, so Sideshow Collectibles is about to do a everyone's throwing their hat in the ring with making a Baby Yoda toy or whatever. I mean, it's not Baby Yoda, it's the child, but whatever. And Sideshow just showed theirs. Now, Sideshow Collectibles, I see their booth at Comic-Con every year, and they make some of the biggest, most expensive collectibles. And they're fancy. I'm sure they're worth the money, but but they're, they'll do like a Tony Stark like that big, and the detail on Robert Downey Jr.'s face is perfect. Like, they make their stuff 100% perfect. But they'll be like $200 or $300. So that's what you expect to pay. They even did a Marty McFly, and it looked just like Michael J. Fox. Likeness is perfect. They do everything perfect, painted perfect. They look like works of art, and they're like that big. They're big ass statues, and they'll be like $200 or $300. Now, what I was impressed by, because a lot of people saw this new Baby Yoda, it's that big, it's $350, and people were like, $350? Oh my God, that's insane. That's so expensive. But I actually think it's a pretty good deal considering what it is. It's a 1-to-1 perfect copy of what's in the show. Like, it is the same size, looks the same. It's 1-to-1. So I don't know. I mean, they sell their statues for like $200 or $300 that are about that size. This Baby Yoda thing is, you're just paying $350 to get the thing from the show. I don't think that's too bad. I mean, that's a lot of money. Don't get me wrong. I'm probably not going to be doing that, but if you want the thing from the show, I don't think $350 is that bad. So considering, whatever. Anyway, we're just doing straight up Q&A today. There's no theme, no bells and whistles, no rigamaroo. We're just doing straight up. It's Saturday afternoon. Let's talk. Let's just have a chat. I got the coffee. I'm just it's going to be a long weekend, a lot of editing, a lot of chaos, So let's just get to it. Give me a ring. I think it's like, it works like a direct message on Skype. um, or Skype, Discord, it's like a direct message. Give me a call. We can talk on there, or you can put something in the chat too, and I'll respond to that. Did you see Parasite? Yes. I thought I talked about that on the podcast, but maybe not because the holidays kind of derailed all that. But that was a 10 out of 10 for me. I loved Parasite. I'm a sci-fi baby at heart, so I did of that director's work. I do like Snowpiercer better. But you can't fuck with Parasite. Like that was just front to back so well done. And I honestly could see I would love that's my my favorite movie of last year might not be that. I would say I would say The Irishman or Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. And I'm normally not a big Tarantino guy, but Once Upon a Time in Hollywood played to all the things that I like. So I like both of those. I'd probably say those are my favorite movies of last year, but my hope for Best Picture, and I think Parasite is actually like the cooler choice because that did something really different, and I want a Korean movie to kind of disrupt everything. So I think that would be really cool. Super Bowl predictions. I don't even know who's help. I don't even know who's helping. I don't even know who's in it. Have you seen the video Rocco slowly drowning while someone comes to help? Nope. I didn't see Uncut Gems. I know I'm gonna get like clowned on, but I can't stand Adam Sandler. I know he's like good in that movie, and I do want to see it, but that was my initial reason that I didn't rush out. But all my friends said it was good. I just he kind of repels me. And then we saw him at Knott's Berry Farm, and he literally repelled me. Rocco, do you like what the prequels established for the world rather than as movies themselves? You talking about Star Wars prequels? I mean, I feel like that's the stuff in them was already established, so it just kind of like showed us more of the universe, and that aspect I love. Yeah. Nicolas Cage is another one I can't stand watching. I actually will not watch a movie if he's in it. I just don't. I've heard he's a really cool guy in real life, but there's certain actors in stuff that I never ever enjoy the thing that they're in. And I have nothing against them, but I think everything Nicolas Cage is in, I just kind of like I don't know. I just always leave like I wasted my time. I don't know. There's a few actors I feel that way about, and I'm sure there's great exceptions. But I just can't I just start thinking about other stuff. I don't know. Who is the Phantom Ranger? I don't know. I have a feeling they were just gonna make him like the essence of all Power Rangers. What is that noise? I keep hearing noises. Was the re-release DVD set that was mentioned in the Patreon update meant to be Gamer Wars? Because I've been wanting that for years. No, we were going to reprint. I think it was Nighttime. Mega 64 Nighttime was going to get like a re-release because it hadn't been in stock in a long time. But they the place that we went bungled it so much it didn't happen. I think that's what it was. So if there's anybody who wants that at this point, let us know. But we had to move on. Do I get sick with VR stuff? No, I don't think I've had any. Well, I feel like I had one experience. My problem is not motion sickness. It is. It's actually my brain is really fucking gullible. Like you could tell me right now something is fake, or I walk into something and I know it's fake, but my brain goes into fight or flight as if it's real, no matter what I know. Even going on, I won't talk about it for a lot because there'll be other opportunities to do that. But when I went on the Star Wars Rise of the Resistance ride, There's a part where they tell you like shit's going wrong and like they need you to get in this vehicle to like get away or whatever. My brain goes like, oh no, oh no, oh no, like run to the door because I got to get out of here. And it's like, dude, it's not real. Like it's not. Like it takes me a second to like for that to kick in, but for a second I'm like, oh no, oh no, oh I don't want to be in here. Like the building's gonna catch on fire or something. Like I have a second of that, you know. Usually only a second of it though. Then logic kicks in. But when I'm in VR, where it bothers me is like when there's VR games that something like jumps on my face or gets close to my face, I actually go, oh, like it's like logic lag. That's a good description of it. It's like I just have that moment. So like even when I was playing the game where like the British gangsters get in your face, you're gonna give us what we want or whatever that was, where they tie you to a chair and when that guy gets right in my face, and even the demo they had of Trico from Last Guardian like getting in your face, I had to like it just I feel like it's really there, and it takes me like a second. Anyway, I can't enjoy it. I don't know. Yeah, that's kind of just where I sit with that. It's sometimes are those Sprite socks? Yeah, they're Sprite socks. Check it out. Sprite. You've clearly lost a lot of weight and look great. Thank you. Do you have any tips and mindset you found worked for you? First of all, let's cut the praise out of the equation. That East Coast tour fucked my life up. Okay. It's so funny because I lost, I did lose weight over the last year and I felt really good. You know, that was all good. It's just kind of changed my mindset, you know, on a lot of stuff, or tried my best to. I still love delicious food. I think with how hard I worked, I would have lost a lot more weight, because I know people who did all these, you know, who cut out carbs and cut out sugar, and that's pretty much what I did. And they lost like 120 pounds and they lost whatever. I did not lose that much. I think I would have if I just didn't fucking love food. I celebrate everything with food. Food is like the excitement you have for like getting fucking Final Fantasy VII Remake is the feeling that I get every time somebody hands me like a warm churro. Like it just fills me with like, I've been waiting for this, you know, whatever. So, but I did lose weight, and I honestly, I managed to keep it off all last year pretty much. But holidays are always what's hard for me, is like holidays. I'm going to eat a ton of bullshit. I'm going to gain weight. It's fine. Whatever. But actually this holiday season, I didn't eat too bad, because my mentality had changed on a lot of things. I'll go into the mentality thing in a second, but my mentality on that stuff changed, and I had sweets, I had some, you know, bad food, but I wasn't like going to town all day, every day on my vacation. It was still just kind of like I was active and eating good stuff, you know, so it worked out and I didn't gain weight. The fucking East Coast tour in early January. That was the foil. I made it. I was so proud of myself doing well through Christmas. And then I had to go to the damn East Coast. And what happened? Soon as I land, where do I land? Atlanta. Oh, we have Waffle House on every corner. You know how you don't have any in California? Well, I got to try that. I got to have that. And what is the place called? Waffle House? I got to have waffles every time. Oh, go to this place. They have the best shrimp and grits. You think I'm not going to have that? Okay, so then we go, you know, we hit a couple other cities, Asheville and Richmond. Oh, you know, well, they won't have too much crazy food. Oh, no. Here in Virginia, we have the best Jewish deli breakfast you can ever get. Oh, son of a bitch. Well, I got to get that multiple times. And then you go to New York, and what's everyone telling you? Get the pizza, try the pizza, go to Katz's Deli. You got to get the thing, you know, whatever. And then Philly, give me a damn break. You think I'm not eating cheesesteaks? So yeah, that week I gained All the weight I didn't want to gain over holiday break. It was just in like 1 week. I gained a lot. But I'm just now. Oh, and then after that ended, it just kind of kept snowballing. And then eventually the wedding we went to last week, and they were serving lucha there. I was just not making good choices in a lot of January. So I have to, I'm just now kind of getting back in the mindset of I don't need that stuff every day. I find that the mentality that I found with food, this is not, by the way, this is just like thoughts I've had. When people ask me advice or ask me like what I should do, I don't honestly feel comfortable going into that. And I don't feel like I should, because everybody is different. And I also played to like certain things that were happening with me medically. And that sounds bad. Like I had some serious situation, nothing that bad, but I got, I was like checking with my doctor on like, what do you think is a good thing to do or try? And I just feel like, any advice or things that you try without asking someone professional or knows what they're talking about, don't fucking do that. Just don't. So there's things that work for me that might not for you, whatever. But I will say, just in general, backing off carbs and backing off sugar is a good thing. But when I was doing that, I was also eating a lot of meat, and that's not a good thing either. So it just kind of was finding the balance of like, what works and what doesn't. I apologize, this isn't that exciting to talk about, but the thing that I did want to say, and it applies to food but might apply to other stuff too, is I find that the movie, who saw the movie Tomorrowland? Did anybody see that movie? Because I'm always told, oh, nobody saw it. No, nobody saw it. Actually, honestly, the people who did like it, there's a small subset of people who saw it and an even smaller subset of people who liked it. But I liked it. I thought it was kind of like a weird series of like first acts for a movie. It wasn't like, I'm not going to say it was excellently crafted, but I enjoyed it because of the stuff that's in it. I enjoyed, whatever. It spoke to the stuff that I like, 60s futurism and like optimism and anti-cynicism kind of stuff. So I like that. Okay, so they say in that movie, there's a line they have in that movie. What is it? Where it's like, I don't remember how they say it, but it's like, there's a wolf called hope and a wolf called fear. And which wolf is bigger? And the punchline is, whichever wolf you feed. I don't know what the phrase is, but it's like that. But what I learned during fucking with the way I eat and stuff like that is I found that philosophy totally worked, or totally applied, I should say. Because I found that when I was eating garbage every day, the garbage monster in my stomach was going, yeah, more. Yeah, more. It's a snowball effect. When I would cut that out and just, I'm only eating this healthy shit over here, I would feel like, no, fuck, this sucks. But it's like, just the more you do it, that wolf gets bigger. I know I'm sounding crazy, but there's almost something scientifically to say about that too, where like people talk about like there's certain like bacterias in your gut that like want these certain things. Like, so like if you're eating meat, maybe you shouldn't be eating all that. But there's like a bacteria in your gut that wants that like, give me more of that. Stop feeding it. And it's fucking hard. It's like quitting smoking. But I find that if whichever way you go, more, it will snowball. It will snowball, and the snowball will get bigger. I ate bad on the East Coast trip because it was I've never explored the East Coast like that. I wanted to give myself that, and I don't think I should have done anything different. But then I was feeding that beast, and after that tour ended, I just wanted bad food. I wanted like, yeah, pizza again. Let's get pizza again. Yeah, more pizza. You know what I mean? Because I was feeding that beast. And over the course of this last week, I'm finally like slowing that down. And now I'm finding myself wanting more like, ooh, have some more almonds, have some more seeds. Which I love nuts and seeds a lot. Some people aren't into those, but that's been kind of like my thing. Like I really love nuts and seeds and stuff. So anyway, I'm trying to make it not just diet talk because that's boring, but I'm trying to make it more about like, I think that applies to a lot of things. Like you have to feed certain things in order to make them bigger. And then that's just your life. It's not just something you have to do. If that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah. I'm reporting to make sure you see. I don't know what. So the chat room is kind of small right now, so I have to kind of. I'm reposting this to make you see because it truly meant a lot to me. Your weight loss updates last year absolutely inspired me, and I started making changes in September. I went on the ketogenic diet. I'm down 87 pounds. Wow. That's a lot. I credit you for a lot of it. Thanks for the inspiration, Rocco. Can't wait to see you at PAX East. Wow, thank you so much. See, now I did that kind of stuff. And like I said, I think I would have lost. I did not lose 87 pounds. That's incredible. I think maybe I would have. Again, I severely limited a lot of the things that I eat, but I still just love food. And it's such a part of my joy in life that I think I would have lost more if that wasn't there. But it was, cutting all that other stuff out was not a bad idea. But I do recommend, if you're going to do anything like that, you do want to check into your doctor and check in with your doctor, get like blood work, because that's what I was doing too, is getting like my blood checked to like know what's going on and things like that. So anyway, sorry, this is boring like body shit. If you did another world tour, would you consider going to the UK or Scotland? I would love to. Yeah, I would love to. Do I still have my butt attack shirt from SGC? I think so. I think it's like packed into my ass. No, I think it's like in the attic or something. Like I think it's in storage, but it's somewhere. I wouldn't have thrown that away. Yeah, great seeing you in NYC, Rob. I'm going to take some calls on Discord. I almost always say Skype. Do I think Eva 4.0 will come to America? I do. In fact, I think the timing is a little bit suspect because it's coming out, like June 27th in Japan. I think Anime Expo is like the next week. So wouldn't it make sense that they would like screen it there, like subtitled? Because they did a promotional thing at last Anime Expo. I think they're going to show it at this one. It will not be like the wait for 3.33. I don't know how much is public or how much whatever, but I was witness to what was happening with Eva 3.33 when that was delayed so many times coming to America, because we were working with Funimation on stuff at that time, and I saw they went through a lot of BS with that movie. I say BS, but I think it was just both sides wanted to do it right. And the BS just meaning like the wait was probably very long, but or no, it wasn't probably, it was. I saw them have to like go through so many like revisions to like make sure the release was perfect, and that was pretty nuts. They did redub the whole movie. Yeah, it was different. Like people saw it in theaters, and then I think after that it was redubbed and totally retranslated. And I think the people who were, I'm just guessing, this is not stuff that I know, but I think the people responsible for like retranslating it, I think that's an internal team, and I think that's who subtitled the Netflix cut that just came for the series. And I know some people were mad that it was like overly literal or they didn't translate things the way that they wanted, but that was like, I think that was like from the top. I think they like wanted it very specific. I think that's what happened. But again, that's all speculation. I just saw a lot of disappointed people when they couldn't release it right away. Okay. Who is on our Discord right now? Can you guys see that at home? Can I make that bigger? Yeah, can you guys see that? That's hilarious. Somebody, this isn't a call, but oh shit, sorry. Somebody just sent me this on Discord. Fjordson just sent me this. I don't know if you guys can see that picture, but he met Jeff Goldblum in the Sequency Race shirt. That's really cool. And he said this was during filming an episode of his Disney Plus show, and he said he loved the Mega 64 shirt, said the font was mesmerizing. That's kind of cool. All right. Well, hey, the Sequency Race shirt is given a thumbs up by Jeff Goldblum. I think we have some. We finally did a reprint of that. What just happened? I can't move the mouse anymore. I think we did a reprint of that during 64 Day, or like we finally gave it one more like short run. But you know, maybe if Jeff demands it, maybe it'll come back. I think we printed a few extra. Maybe we can get those out. I don't know what's going on. I lost control of the mouse. It just stopped. Oh, it's working now. Yeah, have Jeff Goldblum call in. Okay, let's talk to Sporks. I don't know if any of these people are calling in. I need some. If somebody could put the Discord link in the chat. I know we got a lot of viewers right now. There's no excuse, guys. Get on Discord, call in. It used to be that it's weird because when we started doing calls with Skype, we would have 1 billion callers, and then Skype died off, and it was like, people aren't using that anymore. And then we moved on to Discord once they added like video calls. And then that was where all the callers were. And that was really cool. But I feel like lately it's been like hard to, I think maybe we just haven't done Discord enough lately. And it's kind of like people aren't acquainted with it. You know, we kind of haven't taken calls that much lately. So maybe it's harder to kind of like round up the troops. But there are some people calling in. I'm just seeing if there's any. Nope, don't want to talk to them. Okay, there we go. Yeah, a lot of people use their phone for video calls. That's a very good point. Hello.
Moved on to Discord once they added like video calls, and then that was where all the callers were.
Ortiz.
Hey, Rocco, what's up, man?
Random Ortiz. How's it going?
Doing good, doing good.
Oh, whoops.
I was just calling in. Thank you for picking up.
Yeah. No problem. What brings you here today? Do you have a question or a comment or anything?
I do actually. Actually today I just came back from a flea market. Just shopping around and whatnot.
Okay.
I don't know. You guys have flea markets, right? You guys call them swap meets, if I'm not mistaken. Out there in the West Coast.
Yeah, for some reason they're all labeled swap meet here, but it's the same thing, flea market, whatever.
Yeah. I have a question for that. Do you? Because I know you cut like a lot of figs and whatnot. And like other like Disney stuff. Do you like go out sometimes to like swap meets and like look for specific things, or you just look just to look?
I'm not looking for anything specific, but I like to go every now and then. And like the one that they do here, there's the big famous one in San Diego is called Kobe Swap Meet. And they're the best because it's the biggest swap meet. And they also kind of make it like a fair almost. Like they will have like tons of food and like, you know, like they make it like a hangout. Like
yeah.
They got music, they got all kinds of stuff. In fact, that's where we filmed our Assassin's Creed video way back in the day. And then they saw that video and they were like, hey, we know you're filming at our swap meet. Like, I'm with the Kobe's family. We know you're filming here. And I was like, uh-oh, I'm thinking like, oh, they're upset. And then they were like, no, come on, film another video here, but show the sign next time. So we filmed our Fallout video there. And we went there and they actually like gave us a little area to set up. And as they were just like, but try to get the sign in there. And so we did. There's one shot where you could see the sign. I thought that was kind of cool.
That is cool.
Yeah, yeah, anyway, so that's a separate story. But whenever I go there though, I'm not looking for anything specific. I love looking through the old video games because there's always someone there with like NES games, SNES games. So I love that, but people will always have, for some reason, it's a constant. They'll always have boxed Star Wars figures. And I feel like there's always some of those I missed. And that's all. I don't know what it is. That's always my pickup is I'll walk by and they'll have like Power of the Force, Zam Wessel, the bounty hunter woman from Attack of the Clones. This was a preview figure. Well, I never had that. So I'll pick that up. Or they do like, or they'll have like concept Darth Vader from the Ralph McQuarrie concept art. That's what I love is like just seeing those and like, oh, I never got that, Yeah. It's always Star Wars though. I never find any other figures that I don't own.
Well, I found a cool figure today. So I went to the Trent Punk Rock flea market. They do it like once every 6 months here in Trent, New Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually found, I rarely buy figures because it's hard to find figures there sometimes, but I found I guess something you could find like a KB Toys back then. I found a Tokar a figure from
Whoa.
So
I used to have that. Wow, I haven't seen that in a million years.
It's in good condition too, which surprises me. But yeah, it was
usually those have been through hell.
Yeah. But I love those movies, so I had to pick that up.
Yeah.
And, one thing I'm doing now too is I'm collecting old VHS tapes, especially the ones that I used to have like the Disney tapes back in the day.
Oh, okay.
This one I was surprised to find, so I had to pick it up. It was the Moonwalker VHS tape.
Ooh, that's funny. Yeah. We have that in our studio.
Really?
Because we bought a bunch of back in the day. We had a VHS. Well, we still do. We have a VHS DVD converter thing that we use for videos sometimes.
Yeah.
And then Derek was also doing POS TV at the time, his secret stream where he would watch VHSs. And so we bought bulk, like a ton of VHSs at a local thrift store. And that was in there. And so what happened for a while, for like a year or two, I think, when I was working late at night on videos and stuff, I would have the VHS just playing tapes all the time. Whatever tape was next on the shelf, I would just grab it and put it in.
Yeah.
And once I got to Moonwalker, I had that on loop. I would just have it rewind and play again because it was so easy to work with that in the background. It wasn't like Shawshank Redemption or something with an involved story. It was just like good music and whatever.
And actually, when I first heard about Moonwalker, actually was with the Sega Genesis game that came out years ago.
Yeah.
But I found like full clips of it on YouTube, especially like the full version of Smooth Criminal and the Speed Demon when he's messing around with claymation.
That's my favorite part. I love the Speed Demon segment. Oh no! Leave Me Alone is my favorite part. Underrated song, and the animation is really cool. Anyway, whatever.
But yeah, that was some of my swap meets. I usually buy shirts too. I got a few shirts and pins, but yeah. Like flea market and stuff like that is so cool to go to.
Yeah, I love that kind of stuff. I've been meaning to go back. I think the last time I went, what was I doing? I think oh man, the last time I went, I think it might have been when we did the Phantom Pain video, and I had the little fist flying around. Like I went there, and that might be the last time. Damn, I need to go. I need to get my ass.
Yeah, it's been a while. This video was about 4 years ago.
Yeah. I need to go there. They're going to have big ass corn dogs. They're going to have lemonade. Like I got to go. Oh man, but I'm trying to eat better. Whatever. Swap Meat Diet. That's the name of my new album. Swap Meat Diet. Anyway. All right. Thank you for your call. Yeah, I was going to say, sorry, real quick. I've been waiting because that Toka figure that you have.
Yeah.
From Ninja Turtles 2, they had Toka and Razar were the two mutant bad guys. And I'm waiting because I think
Oh, with NECA. I know.
I think NECA, yeah, they've been doing these amazing original Turtles movie figures. Like they look perfect out of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
I think you're going to see figures from Secret of the Ooze this year, and you're going to see really, really good figures of Toka and Razar, and hopefully Super Shredder, you know, stuff like that.
Yeah.
That original Turtles movie, I think, still holds up. I think it's actually like a well-directed movie. Two, I loved as a kid, but I don't think like it.
Yeah,
it's a kid's movie, you know. But the stuff in it, it's still like Jim Henson, like creatures and stuff like that. So I love that. So
now I was in the same boat too. 2 was my favorite growing up, but now like
me too.
You know, as the years goes on, I appreciate the first one even better than anything.
Yeah, considering that first one is an independent movie too.
I know, yeah.
Like they funded that independently, and it's not only well executed to where the Turtles, like that still works. You don't, when they come on screen, you don't go, oh my God, this is so bad. Like they still look how you think they should. So that still works. And also like the cinematography is like legit. It's shot really well.
Yeah, like let's not forget about the music too. The music is just top notch.
Yeah, dude. I just got that I think it's Waxworks Records,
right?
Or Waxwork, whatever. They finally printed the score of the movie. I've wanted that since I was a kid, and they finally put it on a vinyl. But I didn't want vinyl is cool, but I want to be able to put it on my phone.
Yeah.
So I had to buy. They did a CD version, a limited run of a CD. So I bought the CD and then ripped the CD. And now, oh my God, to have this on my phone.
Oh, that's awesome.
Hell yes. wait for that riff to come in. Wait, where is it?
It's coming.
Oh, that's my favorite. Oh, that opening is like, when I was a kid, that part was scary. It was like, whoa, there's so much crime.
No, you know what creeped me out too back then watching it as a kid? It was like the camera movements, especially when Ralph was about to attack the foot soldiers in the subway.
Yeah.
Just shaking and all that.
Yeah, they got all shaky. It's a well-directed movie. It's really good. I will say this though, the one thing that Part 2 or Secret of the Ooze, whatever, has over everything else, I firmly believe that it has one of the best film openings ever. Because for 2 reasons. One, that has made me want pizza every time I've seen it, no matter how many times I watch it or how used to it I am. If that opening of that comes out, you remember it's everyone eating that fucking cheese pizza.
All shot people eating pizza, all like that cheese. Just
oh my God, I want to pull my hair out every time I see that scene. I'm like, we have to order pizza right now. We have to get it now. So that's one. That rivals Willy Wonka with like you want to eat badly after you see the opening because Willy Wonka had like all the chocolate.
Yeah.
But yeah, TMNT 2 had that pizza opening. But then I love that the heroes, the turtles, whatever, they're not seen in it, and you have that whole scene. And that guy gets into trouble, whatever, and you're like, when are these guys going to show up? And then they run into the background of that shot and jump up. Oh, when I was a kid, that was like, I lost my mind.
I remember showing my brother that when he's younger now. He's younger than me, but I showed him back in the days. Like he laughs at that part every time they jump off.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool. Like that, like you said, that beginning of the movie's like, where's the turtles? It feels like a completely different movie. Those first like 5 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, and I remember as a kid, especially, you're not used to how movies can work. So, like, I'm watching it and I'm going like, what are we doing here? This has nothing to do with the turtles. Like, what are we doing? And then when they jump into frame, it was like, oh, that was hype. But one thing that I think is crazy about that opening now, I love watching stuff where it is like, oh my God, they would never do that today. When Kino, is that his name?
Yeah, I think it is Kino.
Keto diet, whatever his name is. When Kino is delivering the pizzas, and then he kind of like, I don't know if he cat calls. It's been a long time since I've seen it, but he says something to a girl, that he likes.
Yeah, I know.
And she goes, "Dream on," and he goes, I will, but next time I'll dream of something a little thinner and drives away. They would never in a million years would they ever have a good guy do that gag in a normal movie, but much less a kids movie.
Yeah, as a kid, I never caught that until like years later when I like really listened to the dialogue.
Yeah. Well, as a kid, I didn't even get it because personally, like he says it to this girl and he says that, and I just, as a kid, I just thought, well, she's not fat. I don't understand. And so the joke to me was that he was calling her fat, even though she isn't, because fat is like an insult. Yeah. I didn't get it. I honestly didn't get it as a kid. And now I'm older. I'm like, oh man, they would never, ever do that. So it just kind of blows your mind, like the stuff they did. I don't know, like sometimes you watch old stuff and you think, man, they got away with that. And you think like, there's some of it that makes you think like things were cooler back then. But then there's other stuff where it's like, nah, you know what? That gag didn't need to be in there. That did not, that's fine that they'd cut that out now. I don't know. Personally, I don't know. That seemed kind of mean, but
it was weird. Not waiting for a Kino figure for NECA. Let's just say that.
Yeah. Kino better get a figure. We better get. We better get that guy.
Uniform and everything. That'd be great.
Yeah. Anyway, all right. Well, thank you for your call.
No problem, Rocco. Thanks for taking my call.
All right. Take care. See ya. Okay. Anybody else on Discord? Let's see. We got. I see some people that I recognize, and I'm probably going to pick your call up in a second, but I also do want to try to pick up like anybody who is new to the, maybe they haven't called in before, things like that. The Madhead was calling in, but I think we lost him like a minute ago. Okay. Rob, how's it going?
Hey, what's going on, Rocco?
Hey, what's happening?
Oh, nothing much. Just thought I'd call in and first of all, congrats on the successful Last Laugh tour.
Oh, thank you very much.
It was such an amazing experience to experience a Mega 64 like show on the East Coast where you guys are obviously, you really only have a presence usually at PAX East. So
yeah. Really, that's the only time we go to the East Coast. We do. I mean, sometimes to Florida for EXPCon or whatever. But that is kind of like, it's funny. It's like Florida is the East Coast, but it's not like, hey, the East Coast. You know what I mean? It's
exactly.
It's its own thing. So anyway, whatever. But I'm so glad we were able to do that.
Yeah. No, it was a tremendous show. Tremendous energy. And I hope you guys come back again. New York, I'm sure, would love to have you again. And even bigger venue.
Yeah, I think we have to do New York again. Hopefully as soon as possible, because I feel like it just wasn't. I feel like we didn't really like meet the demand of that. It's funny because we went to some places and I felt like, okay, cool, we like met what they want. It's like, we went to like Richmond, Virginia. That was really cool, and then it's like, cool, we did it. That's concluded. Hopefully, I'd love to come back someday, but it's like, cool, we met what was. People wanted us to come there, we came there, great. But New York, it just felt like no matter what, people were like, do another show, do a bigger show. Not there weren't enough tickets. I didn't get to go. So I feel like we need to do like a way. I don't know about. Yeah, honestly, like I feel like we need to do like a way bigger theater or something in New York. Like some cities, I feel like we did the right thing, and then like in the case of New York, I think we needed to do a way bigger show or multiple shows or something, because it was crazy there.
No, yeah, I think there's a lot of great theaters that I've been to personally that I'm sure would love to have you and would love to do multiple shows. So,
yeah.
Hey, but anyway, I actually wanted to briefly talk to you about it because I'm not sure. I don't think you've talked about this on the podcast or the after show a lot lately, but there's been a lot of Matrix 4 casting news lately. and I know they started shooting, or they're going to start shooting very soon in like San Francisco.
Mm-hmm.
What are your thoughts on some of the casting? I think it's really intriguing, some of the choices they've made.
Mm-hmm.
Have you read up on any of that lately, or have you been pretty busy?
I've looked at some of it, but I know there's not much to report on it yet. So, but my instinct when it's something I'm really excited about, I kind of stay away from. Oh God. Sorry, I had to sneeze. Anyway,
Oh, bless you. No worries.
Oh yeah, so I haven't looked at all of it because I kind of feel like sometimes I don't know. I like to kind of like let it just come out. Like it's like if it's Matrix 4, I almost want to go into that cold kind of. I'm not going to go into it totally cold. Like if there's a news update, I'm going to hear about it, but I'm not really like studying every person going into it or getting cast. I only heard of a few. I heard that the Merovingian guy is back, which that was like the best thing I could have heard about.
Absolutely.
Because it says to me that they're going to go deep into the continuity. And there's stuff from the sequels that'll be back in there. So that'll be cool. But for me, the most intriguing thing was that hearing that Neil Patrick Harris was cast in it.
Yeah.
Like I wonder what he's going to be. Like who I could totally see him being like uber cool in the Matrix, and then he's like the mouse character outside of it. Like he's just like a little ratty dude. But I don't know. I don't know what to expect.
Yeah, and I think that's what's so exciting right now is that there's a lot of possibilities on where the story could go.
Yeah.
In my mind, when I heard that Keanu Reeves and Carrie-Anne Moss were coming back, but not Lawrence Fishburne for some reason, I kind of thought that Abdul I forget. I don't want to fuck up his name, but he was in Watchmen. He was fantastic in Watchmen. I don't know how to 100% pronounce his name, but since he's playing, they haven't confirmed what his character is, but there's been rumors he might be young Morpheus, and that really intrigues me.
Yeah, I could totally see that happening where it's a previous iteration of the Matrix. I wouldn't even be surprised if Neo or Keanu and Carrie-Anne Moss are just earlier versions of Neo and Trinity. Like they all like generations past, but they always look like that. You know. Merovingian straight up said in Matrix Reloaded that I've survived your predecessors. Like he drops that in there. So it's possible to me. I don't know. I think it has to be an earlier or later version of the Matrix. It definitely has to be. A reboot ain't gonna work. All they could reboot it and do a new version at the same time. Another iteration of the Matrix.
Yeah.
But yeah,
because at the end of Matrix Revolutions, it does get. I may be wrong. I'm trying to remember, but it get rebooted.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it does, and the Oracle and Sati, the little program that controls the sun or whatever that is. She says, "Do you think we'll ever see him again?" I did that. She points to the sunset and or sunrise, whatever, and she says, "I did that for Neo." And she says, "Do you think we'll ever see him again?" And the Oracle goes, "I suppose so." So already there is you're like, okay, there, he can come there in some form. He will be seen again. So it could be later, but also this could be the 5th or 6th time that's happened. So yeah, it could go either way.
Yeah. I guess the only thing I'm hoping for is that I'm hoping it's not just, and I don't think it will be because the Merovingian's back and, characters. And I think Jada Pinkett Smith's character is confirmed back as well.
Yeah. Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Niobe. Huh.
Dr. Ryan asks in the chat, is Matrix Online canon? I actually don't know. Do you know the answer to that
question? It was
question?
Supposed to be at the time, but I think no one knows if they're going to stick to that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. But I know in that, didn't like Morpheus die?
He does. I think he does die in that.
Yeah,
From what
like
I
he
remember.
sacrificed himself or something.
Yeah. So if they maybe he's not coming back because in the canon he's technically dead and they are following Matrix
I mean,
Online.
if they're honestly following the canon with Matrix Online included, then that is nuts.
Yeah.
I'm in for
yeah,
whatever.
like-
Whatever they do, I'm in.
Exactly. I mean, I the only thing I kind of hope it doesn't do is that I hope it's not just, as much as I liked Force Awakens, I hope it's not just Matrix 1 again, because a lot of people didn't like the sequels.
Oh,
and now we're just gonna,
absolutely, yeah.
You know, that's what I'm afraid of.
Yeah.
That's what I'm honestly afraid of, is that but I feel like based on Lana Wachowski and her collaborators, her two co-writers, based on their track records,
Yeah.
they're not the type of people to do that, you know?
Yeah, I don't think they would be on for this if it was just that again. I totally. And to what you said about Force Awakens, that is definitely the most blatant example of like the soft reboot kind of thing. And I don't want it to go that way either. You know, I enjoy Force Awakens, but that is definitely its weak point.
Yeah.
Is, you know, that some of that plot stuff. But then I point to another Disney soft reboot. I felt like it was a soft reboot. Maybe someone would argue either way, but Mary Poppins Returns came out last year or whenever it came out, the year before.
Yeah.
And I thought that was an excellent use of, okay, we are following the story, but we're also kind of in a way doing this kind of thing again where, you know, a kid could just pop this movie on and it's fine, but there's enough in it where it felt like, wow, we really are revisiting this from a long, you know, we're back in this place from a long time ago. I thought they did a super elegant job in that movie of doing the soft reboot in a way that wasn't insulting for either side. You know what I mean? So, I think it's possible. If they really want to go that route, it's not impossible. They could do it. But yeah, I don't want Force Awakens either, where it's like you gotta, you know, where it's kind of a little more beat for beat, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. And because I mean, honestly, I think it could be really interesting to see the Matrix in 2020. You know, what is that, or 2021 when it comes out? Like, what does that look like? How are they going to kind of like the cultural commentary, the themes of, you know, almost 20 plus years since Matrix Revolutions, and how pop culture and has evolved and how technology has evolved.
Yeah.
And just special effects technology. Like, you know, a lot of people forget how revolutionary Matrix 1 was. With
Oh
special
my
effects.
God. The bullet time thing was insane.
Yeah. I mean, the bullet time, and then also a lot of the wire fu stuff. That wasn't super popular in America until The Matrix, I feel like. And then like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, when that kind of hit mainstream American audiences.
Yeah.
So all that stuff, it would be really interesting to see like the evolution of that. And like what is a fight scene in a new Matrix movie in 2021? What does that look like?
Yeah, with what we have now. Yeah, I want to see that too.
Yeah. But yeah, I have high hopes for it. I do. I have high hopes for that, and I have it's going to be interesting to see if that movie still comes out the same day as John Wick 4.
Yeah.
Which I don't think it will. Yeah. Do you like the John Wick movies, by the way?
What's that?
Do you like the John Wick movies? Have you seen
I saw the first one when it came out, and I thought it was really cool for a movie made by like a bunch of stunt dudes. But I didn't love it. Like, I just felt like it was a little too basic for me. Again, very well executed movie. That movie was made by stunt people. And for that, it was like, hey, thumbs up. But it wasn't my cup of tea totally. Then I watched 2, and then I was like, oh, they're going deep in like the world of this. Like, I'm enjoying that. And that to me added a much stronger backbone to all these amazing action scenes. And so I really enjoyed 2, especially how it ended. And then 3, I was over the moon. I loved each one more. personally, I thought each one expanded that world in a way that I was really excited by it. And 3 had so many awesome sequences. I loved Halle Berry and her dogs. Like that just is so fucking good. Anyway, so I ended up enjoying them quite a bit. They're no Matrix, but I like them.
Yeah. No, I think I agree in the sense that I feel like the people that make those movies have no pretension,
Yeah.
About what they're making. They know exactly what they're making, and with each one, as they get a bigger budget, they just execute it, better and better each time.
Yeah.
The only thing I hope for is if they're going to keep making sequels, is that they don't, I guess, go the trend of bigger necessarily means better.
Yeah.
Like the story, like whatever emotional core is still there, the story doesn't get overwhelmed by just tons and tons of fights where it's just like you feel by you're 30 minutes into the movie and you're already exhausted.
Yeah.
That's the one thing I'm possibly afraid of, because I felt like 3, it's like by the end he's just like fighting a whole hotel, of people, and it's just like, what does he fight next? Is just John Wick have to fight like a whole city or something?
Yeah.
It's
I did kind of wish they had just wrapped it up there. Them kind of hinting at a fourth one, I was like, okay. That was the only thing I didn't really like, but that part was disappointing. But I still thought it was rad. Thought it was really rad.
Yeah, exactly. No, I agree. And the fact that I'm hearing, just the fact that it's like popular enough that I'm hearing like there's a TV show that's in development.
That's what I was going to ask about. Is I kept hearing they were working on a TV show, but I haven't seen anything from that. Or has there been any update on that? I wonder.
There is. They said that the show is supposed to be, I think, coming out after the 4th movie. So it's still in development, and then that's when it's going to premiere.
Okay.
And then they hired a director for a spin-off about one of the ballerinas in chapter 3.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking it would be about. Yeah.
It's
supposed to be it's supposed to be like the Continental on like the West Coast or something. So I don't know, whatever. I'm down with that.
Yeah, I mean, if it still has the same level of fight sequences and like visceral action as the movies, so they can translate that to like a 10 episode, 8 episode season of television. I mean, that's great.
Yeah.
There's a show on Netflix called Wu Assassins that has really good fight scenes.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if you've ever heard of it.
No.
Yeah. It has a bunch of people who were in like the Raid movies and Into the Badlands, and really, really fantastic,
cool.
really visceral fight scenes in that whole series.
Okay. Yeah, I'll check that out.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you for your call.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for taking my call and talking movies.
Yeah. Have a good one. Good seeing you in New York. Take care.
Yeah. Take care.
All right. What's going on with the chat right now? Bring back Peter Serafinowicz. Yeah, I agree. Was he not in the third one? I don't remember. I do not remember. Floating beanbag.
Hello.
Hello.
So you were talking about Matrix 4.
Yeah. Sorry, your call is kind of quiet for me, so I'm kind of straining to hear you.
Hold on.
Or can you yell?
Is this better? Better?
No.
Weird.
Just yell. Oh, it was worth it for that.
Right.
Anyway, what's up?
I was just calling because it's a good time. It's not too late in my time zone. Usually it is.
Nice. Yeah, I'm glad it worked out.
I don't know why. It was just about like super technical. I guess I'm kind of like a nerd for super technical stuff when it comes to like making movies. I just realized like I like to look into like type of cameras they like to use and types of, you know, film and whatnot.
Right. Hello? Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm floating. What kind of cameras did you use for like version 4 and other stuff?
We have like Canon like I was about to say cinnamon. That doesn't make sense. Canon cinema cameras. Like we have really nice, like that's the one thing like we spent some money on is like these really nice like Canon cameras like I don't know what we have.
Because I was gonna say Panasonic has this really nice cinema camera. It's called Eva 1.
Yeah, I was looking into that at one point. We were gonna get that, but I think like it was honestly between that and then like Canon's newest one, and I think we chose the Canon.
You didn't want to go in for the meme, right?
What's that?
You didn't want to dip your toe in for the meme.
I just didn't want to enter Ava Unit 1 because I know people get absorbed.
Oh, into different environments, like
Yeah.
I'm a Sony fanboy, Canon or whatever fanboy.
Yeah, exactly. Everyone at Nerve has their own allegiance like that, but I'm just more of a Canon guy. I don't know, that we've had really good experiences with all the Canon stuff, and we've like I don't know. We wanted to just stick with that. It suited what we wanted to do a little better.
Yeah, Canon's got really good color. I know that.
Yeah.
Sony's super sharp. Panasonic, I don't know why. I just feel like it's a little iffy either way. Like it's kind of noisy and like the color is kind of weird.
Yeah. I've heard all kinds of mixed stuff, so that's why I just wanted to stick with the Canon thing. Canon also has something that I think is the best that they do that no one else does as good, which is, and I know this is not going to sound super professional, but Canon cameras have an autofocus that
the dual pixel autofocusing, yeah.
Yeah, that their autofocus I think works smoother and better than anybody else's, where it can actually track someone's face and focus to them as they walk around. And I found that worked better on the Canon cameras than the other one. So
you don't need to be super ashamed of using autofocus.
Yeah, well,
honestly, it's just
some of the stuff that we use is very run and gun, and I think that works for us, you know.
Oh yeah. Because I know a lot of people, they're like, oh, I only shoot Mac because I can take like 9 hours set up instead of like, you know, just film everything on the go.
Yeah. Yeah, so that was just the reason. I don't know. For what we liked, Canon was the better option. So we've been filming on that for a while. I want to say most of our stuff, I want to say, is on a Canon C200 or C300 or something like that. We used to use a C100 for a long time. We used that, and most of version 4 was shot on that. And that's the only thing that I'm kind of bummed about was
it on an external monitor? Because I heard the codec wasn't as good on that one.
Yeah, no, I think we just use the native stuff. I think, but for what we do, I think it works fine. I mean, there's certain things you want to shoot and you might want to do it lossless or you might want to do it whatever. But for our kind of stupid comedy, it's really, I don't think it really needs to go that far.
Yeah. But I just thought if it's like a film and wait, is it gonna be in 4K or did it take so long that like you're upgrading the resolution as you go?
Well, with version 4, we started shooting that years ago on Canon C100 or whatever it was that we had. And so, yeah, that was just HD. So it will be HD. I wish it was shot in 4K. Maybe we can, upscale it or something, but it was shot with so many HD sources for so long that it will just be
that
HD.
you just decided, like, if you shot something today, you would just shoot it in HD, right?
If we shot yeah, when we shoot footage now, we shoot it as high quality as we can because we can always like adjust it,
Ah, okay. No, because I thought it would always be kind of like a fun idea to, like, because YouTube's the way YouTube works, the higher resolution you have, the higher of a bit rate you have.
Yeah, they've totally.
So I thought.
Yeah, they've totally updated that stuff.
I thought because I know a lot of people used to put like 1080p videos in 4K and it would look a lot better. So
Yeah.
I thought it'd be kind of funny if you shot the movie in 4K to upload it in 8K.
Yeah. Let's do it. We should do it.
Like, yeah. And I always assumed there was that one podcast, one of the Faircasts was in HDR. I always assumed that was a test for version 4. Because I feel like you want maybe to release it that way.
Yeah, I mean, I have a feeling we'll still upload it as a 4K thing. And maybe some scenes will be, but not all of it.
I mean, for the 1080, it definitely helps.
Yeah, it'll still raise the bit rate, and I still would like to put it out
overkill.
in the highest quality possible. Yeah, but we're doing all our new videos in 4K. A lot of people don't realize that, but you can pop it into 4K at any point, and it looks really good, especially on a 4K TV. We did our Death Stranding video that came out, our Untitled Goose Game, our latest Todd and Aaron. All of that stuff is in like full 4K. It looks really, really good if you watch it on a 4K TV. But
yeah.
our videos, like I said, are so stupid that sometimes people don't think there's any reason to do that. But check it out if you like.
Oh yeah, I did do a bit of testing on it. I mean, I'm also like curious about testing different frame rate stuff. Like I think I'm more open to that idea than a lot of people, where it's like shoot everything cinematic or shoot everything at 60.
Yeah, I typically like to, when we do a video or something that has story, to me, 24 frames a second is the way to go, because that is just, you're always going to want, to me, that like that illusionary, I can't think of the word, that illusion of film, and just it gets you into that mindset of fiction.
It's a different kind of stutter where your brain actually absorbs every frame.
Yeah.
Whereas if it's like super high frame rate, it just looks like you're looking through a window. And it's good for different kinds of things, right?
Well, yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Was when we do videos that involve the public stuff, or like like this Death Stranding video we just did. I don't really like to use 24 frames there. I like to use 30 or 60 because to me that gives it more the feeling of it's really happening, and I think that feeling is something that you want when someone's out in public. You want that feeling of like you're there and you're watching something that they shouldn't be doing. And I don't know, it gives it a more dangerous feeling to me a little bit. Like, oh God, this is awkward. Like you're there and I'm with you kind of thing.
No, I feel like 30 FPS is kind of comfort food for me, where like, how like 24, if you don't do it right, it's kind of like stuttery.
Yeah.
So you always need to pan it at a certain speed.
Yeah.
And 60 sometimes can look kind of weird, but I feel like 30 is kind of like that comfort food place where it's like, I'm not going to complain about it, but yeah. But however, I do feel like 60 FPS would be really cool on certain things. Like I feel like Jackass would work exceptional in 60 FPS.
Totally, yeah. But I
even,
also like the
like,
kind of like shitty look of, you know, it's like I kind of like the low res kind of handy cam look for that too. So you could speak for anything, you know, it works.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for your call. I appreciate your call.
Okay.
All right, take care. Okay. All right, let's talk to Hermit. Hermit, where did your call went away? Let's talk to Clang. Clang, your call went away. Wait, Clang is back. Clang.
What's up?
Did I catch you off guard there?
Yeah, sorry, I gotta mute the stream. Hold on. Okay. Hey, what's up?
What's up, Clang? Did you have a comment or a question today?
I didn't even think you'd pick up, but I guess did you finish Death Stranding yet?
Yeah, I beat it I think before Christmas, I think.
Okay. So did you what were your thoughts on the overall experience?
I loved it. It was my favorite game of last year. And above all else, I was surprised how well the story came together in terms of everything in that game made sense. It all came together. Everything connected. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think there was a tendency for a lot of people to kind of point out how bizarre the story stuff was, and I think a lot of people compared it to Kingdom Hearts when it was coming out. Oh, look at this, look how corny this is written. Oh, look, this is all gobbledygook. But I'm not going to spoil anything for anybody who hasn't beat it. But I couldn't disagree with that more. That just makes me wonder if you've ever played Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, exactly.
I felt like when Death Stranding ended, everything came together. It was oh, okay. That actually had a meaning and a purpose. Nothing was just in there for the sake of being weird. There was stuff that was weird and fun that it was weird, but it all served a purpose.
Yeah, I looked at a lot of I looked at a lot of reviews and comments before I ended up playing it, almost to the point where it's too much.
Mm.
And it kind of got me worried where I was everybody was saying I don't get the story and it didn't make sense. It was all over the place. But once I played through it, it was surprisingly cohesive, and I
really was ready for it to end totally more confusing and vague than it was. But when it ended, I was oh no, that was really well done. That was succinct and maybe let's not say succinct, but just I don't know. Yeah, everything made sense. I don't know. When it ended, I was that was a great sci-fi story.
Yeah, I felt like everything wrapped up. I wasn't oh, what would happen with this or
yeah.
Also,
there was still stuff left to wonder about, which I think any good story should leave, but it wasn't just all there for the sake of being there. That's what I was really concerned with, I guess. So I loved that, and and it built. I love good world building, and it had the best, and it created its own aesthetic through its visuals, its music, and all that, and it had the story to back it up. So yeah, I mean, it was for me, it was slam dunk. That was great.
Yeah, and I remember you talking about when you were in the middle of playing it, you were talking about how positive it is, how I know you feel good games, and that's what I got out of it too. It was such an uplifting story, and everybody was cheering you on and emails, and it was oddly satisfying in that way.
Yeah,
I didn't really expect that.
Yeah. Yeah, I was really, really happy with it. But I will say as much as I enjoyed it, this is the feeling, I will say, this is how the feeling that I had when I beat Twilight Princess, the Zelda game on the Wii. I loved that game. People are this and that about it, but I loved it. But when it ended, I was really enjoyed that. Don't want the next Zelda game to be like that at all. It's time to break this formula and change it.
Mm-hmm.
I loved it, but I didn't want another one like it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm in the same place.
And then Skyward Sword didn't really break out as much as I had hoped, Breath of the Wild did, and eventually I was happy. Okay, great. But that's kind of the feeling I had beating Death Stranding. I really loved it, but Kojima's next game, I would really love to have a linear story game.
Yeah, I feel like he has to pull some elements from this just because it's such a new way of playing a game, I feel like, but
yeah,
it has to be something different.
Yeah, I feel like this was totally a justified thing to do. I think it was. I'm glad he made Death Stranding because I feel like he kind of got pulled away from Phantom Pain before he would have liked, and the DNA of Phantom Pain is here, but he gave us a more tweaked, bizarre Phantom Pain, and I loved that. But I'm ready for the next thing to not be this. And that's not an insult to Death Stranding. I really, really loved it. I'm ready for the next thing to not be that. You did the open world thing a couple times. I fucking loved it. Let's see something different. Again, even if it was a real linear short game, I'm cool with that. So yeah, that's pretty much all the thoughts I had.
Yeah, cool. Well, that's all I got.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much. I just got during Christmas, I got a bunch of Death Stranding stuff for Garrett, and myself for Christmas. I ordered from Japan all the little they had a bunch of Death Stranding merch that they sold in Japan, and one of the things was a big sheet of stickers for all the brands in the game, like UCA and
nice.
Bridges and Fragile Ink and or Fragile whatever Express. I don't know what to do with those stickers. I get sticker anxiety when I get sticker. I don't know if anybody else experiences this, but when I get cool stickers, I end up never using them because I'm like, what am I going to stick it on? Oh, I only have one chance to do this.
I have nothing to stick them on either.
Yeah, I'm like,
can't cover my computer in them. It's
yeah, and part of me thinks, I'll put it on my MacBook, but I don't want to lower the value of my damn MacBook if I want to get rid of it. You know what I mean? So who knows?
Yeah, just keep it in a folder. Are you getting the art book, the Death Stranding art book?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Day one. Can't wait for that.
Cool. Well, thanks for taking my call.
Yeah, thank you for your call. Excellent call.
Later, man.
Take care. He should have just gone, okay. Hermit. Finally. Hey, everyone at home, call in on Discord. I actually don't know if I'm going to stay that much longer. I might go in a minute, but Hermit.
Oh, sorry. I was on mute. So
were you busy there?
Sure. Yeah.
What was that?
Actually don't know what to talk about. You were talking about games and Matrix, so don't know what to talk about. I guess if you're still cool, we can still talk about Matrix. I don't know.
I'm going to let Hermit go back to whatever he was doing. Thank you for your call, Hermit. But I don't really know what was happening there. Okay. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in today. If there's any other last questions in the chat, I'll answer those. But otherwise, I think I'm going to say adieu because I got to get back to work. I'm going to be doing stuff throughout the weekend, so hopefully I can check in again, maybe do this again. It'd be fun to play something on a stream too. I'm making my way through Dragon Quest 11 now, but I've been really itching to load up the SNES and play. I want to play Final Fantasy 6 again. There's all kinds of stuff I want to do. I want to load up the Genesis Classic. Podcast tomorrow. Yes, there will be a live podcast tomorrow. There will be a live podcast Sunday night, 6 p.m. Pacific. Am I prepared to finally acknowledge Time Tunnel? No, I'm not gonna. I don't waste my time with that kind of stuff. What's the best gift you've ever gotten from a fan? You know what I'll never forget is someone made an action figure of me, that I will never. That I will really cherish forever. That is in my office right now. But somebody made an action figure that was really, really cool. Yeah. Best movie of 2019. Oh, I kind of talked about that earlier. But for me, I think it's Irishman or Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. But I really like Parasite too. Problem with Discord is server isn't public. I couldn't find the invite link everywhere. Was looking for it to, had to wait for it to be in the Twitch chat. Yeah, so maybe we should just put it in the Twitch chat more. I don't know what we can do. Have I seen Uncut Gems yet? No. It's on Netflix now? Is it on Netflix now? I thought that was just like in other countries. What made me pick up Duck Dynasty? I don't know, man. That game was a real POS. Best Kojima Productions game? I still think Snake Eater is my favorite. Will I see the Sonic movie in theaters? Not sure. I kind of want to because our friend Tyson worked on it, which I was hard to like. I've known that for a long time, and it was hard to keep that seat. Like that was something I was just like, damn, that's an amazing move. I'm like, that guy busted his ass on a lot of Sonic stuff over the last year or two or however long. And it's good to see like his work is everywhere. Like his redesign that he helped with is all over. I went to an AMC theater and everybody had shirts with that on it. That was really impressive. So I kind of want to support that, support what he did and all that, and go check it out. But the script, the script doesn't sound any funnier. That's not his problem, his fault. What do you want from PS5 or Xbox Series X? Sony skipping E3 makes me think we get PS5 keynote before June. I thought we were getting a PS4 or 5, event in February. What happened with that? What happened with that? I forgot I had these nuts here and I didn't eat them. So I'll stick around for like another second if you don't mind hearing me chew. What do I want from PS5 though? Better streaming tools. Like, I want to make it as cool as possible to just plug in a fucking camera and stream from my PS5 at home. It is so easy doing that from the PlayStation camera right now. I want to see that expanded. I feel like they never really updated that on PS4. I would love to see that. That's my favorite part of the system. Backwards compatibility. It at least has to play PS4 games. It has to. Yeah, I missed the PS1 and 2 classics too. I felt like the PS3 was the culmination of PlayStation. Like anything and everything would play on that thing. And I guess I want that back. Have I tried Battle for the Grid? That's the Power Rangers game, right? Yeah, I've been playing that on my brother got me that for Switch. He got me the limited run physical copy or whatever on Switch, and so I've been checking that out. It's cool. Yeah, if Sony got complete backwards compatibility, there would be no they would have all the cards. You know what I mean? I don't want Xbox Game Pass because I don't want to play Xbox more than I have to. I have gotten a few third-party games on it because, like, it's in better, like, native 4K for a 4K TV. So I've gotten a few things on there, but I just otherwise don't want to interface with that. I think it's such a gross interface. It's such a mess. Maybe the new system will polish it up, but I don't want to play it. But I don't like PS Now either. Like I don't really want to use that either. Sorry, I know it's boring just watching me chew. Okay. Thoughts on Shenmue 3? I streamed that once. But yeah, anyway, somebody in the chat asked me least favorite Nintendo franchise. Least favorite Nintendo franchise. Well, they keep re-releasing what is it? Not Streets of Rage. I want to keep saying that, but no, what was it? What's the game, the NES game where they punch each other in the street? They keep releasing it. No one likes it. What is it called? Urban Champion. Yeah. Yeah, we wrote a joke for that originally we put, I think I said this before, so this might not be a secret, but we wrote a joke in our FisaMech video about Urban Champion. What was it? It was like there was going to be a running gag in it where they kept making Urban Champion 2 happen, because I thought like, well, that they're not going to do that. So like there was a running gag where I kept trying to get Urban Champion 2 to happen. I don't know. There was some running gag with that, and they said to cut it because they were just like not. They didn't want people to actually. They have to be very careful because people read into everything, so they didn't want to have that in there. But then when the video came out, they tweeted from the official Nintendo account about like they did like an in-character tweet where they were like loading Urban Champion 2. Like they made some joke about Urban Champion 2. So someone in the chain thought that was funny. I was like, well, how come I couldn't make that joke? But I think maybe in the context of that tweet, it wasn't as big of a deal. Understandably, they have to be very careful. Anything they say gets so scrutinized. That wasn't a very interesting story. I'm sorry. But least favorite franchise, I guess, Nintendo franchise. Urban Champion or Urban whatever isn't really one. Kirby never did anything for me. I saw that in the chat. I just never cared about Kirby. For some reason it doesn't interest me, and yeah, I hate to say Animal Crossing, that just does not interest me. But at least with Animal Crossing, it's kind of like they got that. I don't know. There's like something unique about it. That is zero interest to me, but there's something unique about it. Kirby, just I don't know. Kirby, I'm just kind of like. I agree with you, Zolbag. I don't get Animal Crossing. Like I don't really want to like. I don't understand like continuing play of it, but at least, like I said, it's like it stands alone where it does its thing and it's comforting to people. Kirby to me just doesn't. I don't really gain anything. I get like they're. I don't know. I feel like I understand Kirby more than I understand Animal Crossing, but I also think it's not as there's not as cool of a hook to it. Kirby, I'm just kind of like, all right. I just don't connect to that. So I don't know. I do want, though, that Animal Crossing Switch that's coming out. I want the Joy-Cons. Those like aquamarine looking fucking Joy-Cons. I want those so much. Now I love the Yoshi games. I love the Yoshi games because I see people talking about that in the chat right now. Yoshi's Island, Super Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island is like in my top 10 favorite games of all time. I love that game. And I've enjoyed other Yoshi titles. But what is it? This newest one on Switch, I just didn't, I don't know what it was. I just did not like, didn't want to continue it. I don't know what it was. It just didn't like suck me in. I do like that it had a co-op thing. That was cool. I should have played that with somebody. But yeah, I just didn't. I don't know. Mario and Sonic is pretty boring. Well, referring to like their franchises are boring, or Mario and Sonic like Olympics is boring. Because yeah, that doesn't do anything for me either. I wish Mario and Sonic together, like Mario and Sonic together should be a way more exciting game proposition. And yet I am not really, I'm not really into like anytime they're together, it's an Olympic thing, and I just don't think they're that great. Now, what's your favorite Nintendo franchise? That's the good question. And obviously we have our whatever, but what's the best? To me, when Mario is really killing it, Mario's the best. But I just don't, the last few Mario games have just been like, the ambition isn't there. They're not bad. I would never say Mario Odyssey is bad, but I just felt like it all, I want an ambitious new Mario game. Like when I played Mario 64, I felt like, whoa, we are like forging new frontiers. And the latest Marios, I'm just kind of like, yep, collecting moons. It's just, I wish, they're fun, but I just wish they broke out. I don't know. When I played Breath of the Wild, I felt like, whoa, Zelda just took another evolutionary step. And I just want that from Mario now. I really just want them to get out of the same visual style and the same like Mario and the Mushroom Kingdom. I want to like break out of that. I want the new Mario 2 where it's like, whoa, he is like fish out of water. And I was getting kind of a little hint of that when they were promoting Mario Odyssey, but then the game came out and it was not like that. But it was still fun. Anyway. So I'm gonna say my favorite Nintendo series is when Mario's at its, Mario, it should be Mario, but I'm gonna say Zelda. I mean, that's not like a shocking thing, but yeah, where's Dead Space? We almost did a Dead Space video for EA. Years and years ago, and it was going to be about like the birthday of the franchise, like the anniversary or something. And it was going to be like a goofy, like cute, happy birthday video with all these horrific things from the game in it. I think that's what we pitched, but then like there wasn't the budget for it or something. Who knew EA didn't have the budget? No, but I don't know what it was. It was something like that. There was something we couldn't quite do. I don't remember what it was. Punch-Out and Splatoon are good franchises. Splatoon is like not, I'm not like real, like I'm not competitive, so I'm not like, yeah, oh, Splatoon, but I enjoy the shit. That's the one, I do have fun playing that online. I love the Splatoon games. I'm not competitive on that level, but I enjoy them very much. And Punch Out is good. I mean, I'm more just kind of into the first one the most, but the Wii one was great. I really liked the Wii one. I wish they would make a new one. It took me a while before I found out that the same developer that made the Wii one, the Wii Punch Out, was the same one, the same developer that made Punch Out, or sorry, the developer that did the Wii Punch Out is the same one that did the new Luigi's Mansion. I didn't know that, and then I was walking through Luigi's Mansion 3, and it was like, oh, there's a Punch Out poster. What's that all about? Like, why do they keep referencing that? How do I feel about Ice-T's favorite game being Resident Evil? I think that's fucking lame, and I want to tell him to his face. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to do that. Luigi's Mansion 3, I enjoyed, but I hit a point where I just kind of didn't want to play it anymore. Yeah, when the second time the ghost cat like took my shit, I was like, I'm good. I got like a million other things to play, and I felt like I had like got my money's worth, so I just kind of stopped. But I enjoyed it. Remember when we got Resident Evil Revelations and Peace Walker on PSP? Yeah, those were good days. Good portable days, man. I want to let everyone know, too, if you're watching this, if you've enjoyed the streams and all the other stuff this weekend through the MLK week stream, whatever, if you've enjoyed them, don't forget it's a new month now. So, maybe they unsubbed you. If you're doing the free Twitch Prime sub every month, you get a free sub if you have Amazon Prime. Link that. Click the button, whatever. If you've already given it to another channel, that's cool. But, if you like ours, click the button. Give us the Twitch Prime sub. You get the extra stuff. We get some extra stuff on our end as well. Everyone's happy. Do us that, whatever. And also check out patreon.com/mega64. Got some new stuff from the vault that went up yesterday. And it was Garrett singing songs at PAX 2007, which I'm sure no one wants to miss. And then there's a new friend dimension going up there today where we played skee ball. I think it should be later today. Yeah, I do love doing the random streams like this. And more through the year I definitely want to. The thing is, like, I always try to do more out and about, like mobile streams, but I feel like all the apps are like severely messed up in some way, and I couldn't get them to work. Like, especially last week during this whole stretch, I wanted to stream way more out and about, and it never worked. Like, the Streamlabs app wouldn't stream sound, or the Twitch app won't connect. It's just like defeating. It's like, what is happening? I just want to hit a button. Yeah, okay, so it's not just me. People in the chat are talking about it too. Twitch app is fucked up big time. I feel like I was dealing with those problems years ago, and I went back and it's still happening. It's like, what is going on? I should hit a button and it streams, and that's how it is on like Instagram. If I go live on Instagram, there's no problem at all. It goes live. I want to stream out and about. I got unlimited data. Let's use it. So I would love to do that more. But yeah, with the joggers on the store, were those measurements accurate? No. I know they're measured differently because they're elastic. They stretch. So the measurements are weird. And truth be told, I don't really know how it breaks down exactly, but I would just go by your size. Like, if whatever size you think you are, it's probably going to fit you. If you're normally wearing XX stuff, get the XX. It's probably going to be fine. Did I? Let's see. Any ETA on the VHS? We're hoping that they will ship in February. The problem is, I didn't know this, but a lot of this stuff is when we did like our vinyl record last year, that was all done in America, as far as I know. But the VHS and the USB drives, I think, are being made in China. And all of that has stopped. Basically, it's like Chinese New Year, and then you may not know that there's some other crazy stuff going on in China, and I think that kind of like paused it. But we should be getting everything, should be in February, and then it ships out. But I was not aware that it was like that, and so I was kind of bummed. I was hoping that stuff would already be out by now, but that's okay. We'll keep everyone updated as usual. Anything else? I ate the nuts. I drank the coffee. Might be done. Any update on the book? Yeah, I think the text is just about done being edited. I think. And so then from there we have other photographic things to kind of go through and then find out how we're going to print it. So I don't know. It'd be awesome. We didn't really set a date on that goal, but hoping this year. I mean, like, I would love for it to be this year. If it takes till next year, so be it. But I don't think that's impossible. How's version 4.1 going? Good. It was just a lot of, like I said before, like a lot of lame stuff. Kind of keeping that. I think some of it is like our lack of like knowing how to handle a bigger production like that. So that kind of just made things a little slow, but then a lot of things happened that were not under our control too. And obviously, like you guys heard what happened with Travis. He plays a villain in version 4.1 who had a really unfortunate health incident. But we mentioned that on the podcast, and I know he got a lot of support through his like GoFundMe and stuff like that when we linked to that, and I couldn't be happier. I could give a shit about version 4.1 if that, when that, that's kind of on the line. I don't want anyone to not be healthy, but I think he's doing much better, which is great. And yeah, there's just a lot of stuff that happened that just made it kind of like a bummer, but everyone's doing better. Every time I'm watching footage we have of version 4, I am laughing. There's moments I get kind of tired of it because tired of the like process of working on it because I'm just like, man, why? I just want it to be out, and I start to feel like, people probably aren't even going to like this. It took so long. And I think some people are thinking because of that wait, it's like, oh, they must be making like the next Avatar. It ain't going to be the next Avatar. And so that gets me like, oh man, like, But every time I see it, like when it's in the editing room or whatever, I am cracking up, so I think you guys will enjoy it. And the way I see it is like, even if you think it's a piece of shit, you're going to get hours of behind the scenes stuff that I think you're going to enjoy the shit out of no matter what. So I feel like it's going to be win-win. Some people end up liking that stuff more than the main material, and so one way or another, you're going to get a windfall of new stuff. So I think that it will work out one way or another, but I just wish it was out. Like I said, I think my biggest fear is that because it took so long, mostly out of our control, that I think my biggest fear is that it comes out and people just are like, this took that long. Like, this sucks. You know what I mean? I'm kind of prepared for that. I feel like I'm like talking crap on it, but that's my honest thought is I'm being as honest as possible. I just think like our stupid little comedy thing shouldn't have taken this long, but there really were a lot of things we just weren't prepared for. But it will happen. Next Mega 64 tour should screenings of version 4. That'd be amazing. We could screen version 4 at some point and tour around, but I also kind of feel like the live tour. I like playing to the strengths of the formats. So like when I make a YouTube video, I like to do something that can only work on YouTube, kind of. You know what I mean? In a way. And likewise, if we do a live tour, I kind of feel like it should be a live tour. You know, we should be doing sketches and maybe we'll sing a song or maybe we'll do improv. You know, just that's what I would like to see with a live show. I think, but there's something to be said about watching something live in a theater. But I think that should be almost like a separate thing. You know, like, hey, we're going to have a theater screening of version 4. I bet we'll do that somewhere. I can't imagine we wouldn't. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but the other guys might be going, what are you talking about? But I have a feeling at some point we'll play that in a theater. I mean, because we did that for version 3 episodes. Why wouldn't we do that for version 4? How many cameos in version 4? There's a few. I'm trying to think. Depends on what you consider a cameo. You know what I mean? But there's a handful. Best non-concert live show you've ever been to. Non-concert. Non-concert. Everything I'm thinking of is a concert. Live show. I really enjoyed when I went to Penn and Teller's show like 5 or 6 years ago. I don't remember how long ago it was, but Penn and Teller was really, really good. Although it's really funny, when I saw them, I was so impressed by their show. But I know people who went like a couple months ago and they all got mad at me because they were like, I thought you said this was good. This wasn't good. I was like, what? And I think Teller was like going through some health stuff or something. And I think I had some family go and they were kind of like, they said it was like just card tricks. And that was not the case when I went. So maybe the act had to change a little bit. I think Teller was also gone for a few months after that. So maybe there's something going on there. But years ago when I went, the Penn and Teller was really good. Any plans for next tour to do some Midwest cities? I don't know. I honestly don't know. I know we want to do that. I know we want to do West Coast too. Honestly, like I think we got to, I want to do San Francisco. I want to do Oregon and Seattle, and I want to do all that kind of stuff. Seeing Jerry Seinfeld like 15 years ago. Oh, I bet you that would be good. Yeah, Northwest tour. That'd be really cool. I have a feeling we'll end up doing that, but I don't know what else is in the cards right now. Yeah, the NYC show was intimate, and I really liked that, but the energy was insane. It was really, really good. What's going to be the biggest loss once Flash support officially ends? Dude, Steve Jobs said Flash is dead 13 years ago. So in my mind, it was already... The great Steve Jobs said it himself. It is so. Steve Jobs is also dead. That's true. That's a very good point. Flash outlived him. No, he was dead before. Did I meet Grimes or Elon Musk at Game Awards? No, I was sitting a few rows behind them, though. I saw him. Okay. I think I'm gonna wrap it up here for now. I'll be back on later. I'll probably check in at some point and see how everyone's doing. But the MLK stream continues. MLK week, I should say. MLK month. And we will continue. It's gonna be fun. But I'm gonna get to work. I got a lot to do. So thanks for tuning in, everybody. This is fun. I like these casual chats. I do enjoy these. It's a real rare opportunity that someone can just turn a camera on and they got a couple hundred people sitting there like wanting to engage. It's very rare, you know. I've said this kind of thing before, but in today's world, it's harder than ever to get someone's attention. You know what I mean? You know, it always sounds negative when you say, oh, you want attention. Oh, you're trying to get attention. But everybody wants attention. There's nobody that doesn't want some form of attention. And it's harder today than ever. It's very tricky because everyone has a lot of stuff going on. Everyone's busy and we're more connected to the things we want elsewhere than ever. You're somewhere doing something, you're already looking at your phone, planning the next thing you're going to do. So it's harder than ever. So I always, the more time goes on and the older I get, the more grateful I am that I can turn this on and just be, you know, that I could just turn this on and like people just want to talk and they want to, you know, and they want to watch and they actually care about what I have to say. That's very like, I consider myself very lucky. So I think I've said that kind of thing before, but, you know, just got to say thank you. And, yeah, I think there's a certain point in life I took that for granted, but I think a lot of younger people do that. Like they, you know, oh, I'm doing this and I'm deep in this and I've earned this. I deserve this. But, then I don't know, you hit kind of a point. I say the general you, but I'm referring to myself, hit a point where you just go like, it's not that easy. I'm actually very incredibly lucky. And I like, don't take that for granted. So I love this kind of stuff. Just be able to turn a thing on and talk. That's the best, man. This rules. And yeah, sometimes I do the Instagram live thing too. And I've had a great experience with that. I always have a good crowd on there too. And it always works. Again, I wish the Twitch app worked a little more consistently where I could just turn it on and go. But anyway. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. I'll be on again later. And the MLK stream continues.